I don't know why that video cut off, but I'm going to continue what I was talking about because it matters. Um, and by the way, I'm drawing still. So this is just part two, continuation of my rant about joy. Um, when I play survival in Minecraft, I realize what I'm signing up for is disappointment, that I'm never going to be, probably never going to beat the Ender Dragon. I guess I just don't care that much to do it. But it's also hard as fuck. Minecraft is hard. Even on easy mode, it's still hard. And I realized how unfun it was to play Minecraft with goals that I'll never meet. Just that I'm never gonna meet. That I just won't meet. I don't really care that much to meet them, and even if I did, I'd probably fail anyway. And that's not me talking bad on myself. I play Minecraft again and again and again and again. I always get to this point where I'm looking for diamonds, and it's just such a struggle to find as many as I need. And then there's netherite, and you have to find netherite scrap, and then you have to make netherite ingots with diamonds and ingot and scrap, and then you have to make netherite armor out of. And it just goes on and on. And I could see how it's fun for people that really give a fuck about the game, but it's just a lot, to be honest. It's a lot. And I realized, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I making myself suffer through these? Why am I making myself go through these hoops and hurdles just to give up the game eventually? Because I'm just never gonna get to that point where I'm gonna beat the Ender Dragon. I've gotten to the end before. I cheated. I gave myself infinite Ender pearls or whatever to find it, and then I found it, and I went to the end, and then I died. I died by Enderman. I didn't even fight the dragon. I didn't even get that far. And I had netherite armor or something like that too. Like, I was prepared to do it, and I failed. I lost all my shit and died. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just not good enough to beat this game. So I was like, why am I doing? So I did it. I made a new game again, like you do with Minecraft. You make a new game, and then you do it all over again. I was like, why am I doing this to myself? So I started just messing around, playing creative. I made a video about this actually. I started making a royal sword and shield palace. One of my mods that I bought on the game, it had this portal texture block thing that I couldn't delete for some reason, so it really bummed me out. That it was just because I was testing it out, and it wouldn't let me delete it. So I was like, well, that sucks, because now it's just covered in portal that I can't take away, portal blocks. So I gave up that world, and I started a new creative world that I haven't touched, and then I started a survival world. And what I'm doing in that survival world now is, every time I go out and get resources, I make sure I use them before I quit the game. So, like, every block that I get, every item that I get, every resource that I get, I do something with it before I quit the game. So that way I'm not just like hoarding all of these materials and stuff for no reason. Just having chests full of random stuff that I go out and get. Like I'm a squirrel hoarding millions of acorns or something, nuts. Like, I didn't want to do that either. It's like, I didn't realize how wrong I was playing Minecraft. So now I'm just placing blocks randomly. I'll show you my world. I'll make a video about my new world, actually. But now I'm just literally in survival mode. I'm just fucking around. I'm just doing anything that comes to mind that I decide to do. I'm not trying. I'm not like making any goals or efforts. Literally, all I'm doing is surviving, getting stuff, making stuff out of it, and then quitting. Like that's what I'm doing in Minecraft right now, and I'll show you. I'll make a video about that. But um, this is a big problem that everybody deals with because I know I'm not the only one. I can't be the only one experiencing this level of or this lack of purpose because video games suck. It's not people's fault. It's the video game developers for making up fucked up game situations in the system. This is why I recommend a certain few games. No Man's Sky is really good. I can't recommend No Man's Sky enough. It's pretty much the best video game out there. It's worth the money. You pay your money for No Man's Sky, you'll be happy. I swear. It don't matter who you are. You'll enjoy No Man's Sky. If you like building, creating, crafting, exploring, discovering, fighting, killing aliens, discovering wild sci-fi trips, having alien ships, exploring stars, going to different planets. The game has it all. And it's open world. Like, you can go to any fucking planet, at any fucking star, at any galaxy, mine it, live there, have a base, build, discover. You can have pets, you can ride pets. You can. There's pets that float in the air that you can ride on top of. There's animals that you can ride on. Like No Man's, and I haven't even played it in like a year, maybe two. It's updated since I've even played it, and it just gets better and better and better and better and better and better. So if you're not playing No Man's Sky, you're missing out, honestly. Especially if you're a gamer, like you just need to play No Man's Sky. But this dude clearly is fed up with video games, so he's talking trash about men who play video games. Probably so he doesn't feel as alone in his life. So he's not the only man ever who gave up video games. But what he needs to do is go find groups of gun enthusiasts to hang out with and wood choppers to hang out with. Probably craftsmen too. Like he needs new hobbies, but he doesn't need to be telling other people what their hobbies need to be. That's what the red flag is. That's why he's a red flag. But it's not just him, it's everybody else too. Everybody keeps telling everybody what the fuck to do and how to enjoy their life as if they're them and they're not them. You're you and you need to do what's best for you, and if having fun is what's best for you, then you need to stop letting other people tell you that you don't need to be having fun, that you need to be working, whatever, doing stuff. Oh, and why I brought up Minecraft was that what the game does, is it fulfills this itch to take resources, to have things, to store things in chests, to own stuff, and it also fulfills the itch to create and make and become something. One thing Minecraft enthusiasts do is get stuck in the loop of taking everything without creating anything. They have chests of all kinds of stuff, good, useful, or just useless, all kinds of stuff that they don't do anything with. This is what I've done so far in my coloring book. I'm gonna use red. And I realized Minecraft kind of takes your desire to create a life that you want and implements it into a virtual reality. But what you need to be doing as well, instead of just playing video games, is creating things in real life. It doesn't matter if it's art, music, wood tables, or it can be anything. Just create and make your life into what you want it to be. And this is where power really comes from, is realizing you have the power to make your life whatever you want it to be. Like, look, I have my drawings on my wall. Drawings up there, if you can see them. I put some of my drawings on the wall because that's how I create my life. I know this is a weird angle, whatever. And when you play video games too much without feeling like you're doing anything in your life, what you really need to be doing is making your life into what you want it to be. And this is why focusing on things like having a girlfriend and stuff can be toxic, because you can't just. I mean, you can make a girlfriend, I guess. This is what AI does and shit, but you can't just suddenly have the perfect girlfriend life. Like, you can, but if you don't right now, then you just have to accept that you don't. Instead of pretending. It's almost hard to describe. I got lucky. I have a girlfriend right now. A girlfriend? Girl. And we met, and then we started dating. It was just that easy. But before then, I didn't have a girlfriend. I just didn't. What I'm saying is, there are some things in life that you can't build by by yourself. You can build a relationship with another person, but that takes the other person, takes two. However, there are some things in life that you can build by yourself. One good example is a piece of art. I like how this is looking, actually. I like this middle. I like the contrast right here. This is cool. How does the red look? It's okay. But like I'm saying, there's some things in life that you can build by yourself. And it doesn't have to be all skill and purpose. It can just be art. And I think this is what abstract art is really fun for, however I can say that. Because it's literally meaningless art. It looks cool. It looks like it could mean something. It looks like it could be something familiar, but abstract is abstract. It's not firm in reality. And this is what a lot of people's purpose is missing in their life. They want the control for themselves, but they don't know what to do with it. What you need to be doing with it is creating your life how you see fit. And what you need to realize is sometimes you can't create things by yourself. That's not about being weak or helpless or not good enough, or as if you owe somebody something. It's just the simple fact that you can't create a relationship with somebody by yourself. It takes that other person as well. And this is when letting go needs to happen. Because if you're creating a relationship by yourself with somebody else, you just need to let that go and be in the relationship with yourself. And that's something you can do. If you want a relationship, you can build a relationship with yourself. But besides relationships, you need to be creating your life how you see fit in ways that are possible and doable by yourself. Where you don't need help, where you don't need resources, where you don't need a path, a way, a goal, a purpose, where you can just throw down ink and make something out of it. This is the path of the creator. And I think this is what a lot of people lack in their lives these days. They trade creation for entertainment. Because they see all these other people doing awesome, amazing things in their life. They're successful. They have things going for them. Why not me? And they get stuck in this mindset of feeling like they don't have purpose, they don't matter, they're not important. And so they start giving up the things they enjoy. I went through this too. I've thrown my life out again and again and again. Trust me, I know. He's not the only one who's done this, where he's traded joy for pain and suffering and discontentment. Stop throwing your life away. Stop giving up the things you enjoy. Stop thinking that if you suffer enough that you'll get somewhere in life. Because that's not how growth works. That dude is a fucking liar. That dude is an idiot. That dude doesn't know what he's talking about. That dude needs to be humbled in a way that shows him joy isn't the problem. It's the way you perceive the joy that you feel. I'm using this dark blue. So, what I recommend always is to start small. And if you're somebody who collects things, or you have stuff that you don't do anything with, you just have stuff, try and create something new out of it with other things. Craft things that you have out of other things. Like one thing I have, I'll show you right now. Is this hat. I collect feathers, bird feathers, because they're cool. And I put them on my hat. Just create your life however you want. It doesn't have to mean anything. It doesn't have to mean anything about you. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to be super important. It doesn't have to be spectacular. It doesn't have to be the best thing ever in the world. just so long as you're doing something with the things that you have. The more you do this, the more that childlike wonder comes back into your life. You know what I found was that I'm a lot better at drawing than I remember. Once you get over that hurdle of confidence, you can pretty much draw whatever you want. You just have to do it. Right now I'm coloring in my sketchbook just so I can be a disappointment to that dude. And prove a point that you need to start enjoying your life instead of letting other people tell you how to enjoy your life. Stop getting brainwashed by random strangers on the internet that want you to be a certain way and think you need to be a certain way. And that if you're not a mature man or whatever. Of all things, coloring and drawing. And then at the same time, those artists are making millions from the things that they create. But I guess that doesn't give them purpose, does it? According to that guy. But it's just not just him. It's not just that guy. It's a lot of people out there. The best thing a man can be is happy, confident, joyful. The best thing a man can be is enough. But it's up to him to decide that. Nobody can just make you believe that. And that's another problem with the internet. Everybody relies on this toxic system of being told that they're good enough by somebody else, by their standards, instead of listening to their own standards. Because their standards are too high for their own good. Like trying to beat the Ender Dragon in Minecraft. Not everybody's gonna do that. But it's not that big of a deal because you can just find your purpose in life. My purpose in life, I've decided, is to be a legendary music artist. To be a legendary music artist. But that's not my only purpose. That's just what I want to be. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train is my cause. Okay. I do. I want to be one of the greats in music. It's because I feel like I have the talent and skill for it. So I should go for it. Why not? I'm just really tired of people on the internet telling you what you should and shouldn't be doing to feel this way or that way. And then painting it in terms of manipulation. Like, oh, this is a red flag if you do this. This is so cringe if you do this. You're not a real man if you do this. Who gives a fuck about what some random fucking guy on the internet has to say about red flags? As if he's dating every single girl in the world, anyways. Nobody wants to be like this wood chopping, gun toting asshole. When he can't even enjoy playing a video game. Or drawing or coloring in a coloring book without feeling like he's not a man. Oh god, I'm shrinking, everybody. The more I put ink down, the younger I become. So fucking cringe. How dare I? How dare I draw? How dare I color in a coloring book? Who do I think I am? 29 years old? I don't think so. More like 9 years old. Not really. I'm being sarcastic in this, in case you couldn't tell. Happens sometimes. Meanwhile, there's men out there who draw anime titties for a job. So that's cool, I guess. People need to stop believing everything they hear on the internet. A lot of it is bullshit. A lot of it is manipulation. A lot of it is deflection and self projection. A lot of it is excuses. A lot of it is people trying to start a rally. Like when couples put the camera on the dash cam and then they start a fight with each other to prove a point for the whole internet to see. When half the time the other person isn't even being honest, anyways. Or it's a whole hoax. It's fake. I'm tired of that shit. People need to keep their relationships with other people to themselves. Because not only is that damaging people's expectations on their reality, but it's damaging your relationship with that person. Because suddenly your whole relationship is on spectacle for the whole world to see. Do you know how embarrassing that must feel for the other person when they have to own up to whatever shit they're going through just because you're having an egotistic tantrum and you want to prove a point to all your internet buddies? It's sad. It really is fucking sad. And y'all are adults. It's adults doing these things. Teenagers, adults. I don't see any 9-year-olds making videos about how shitty their friends are. Y'all are some fucked up people. And then you want to be like, oh, these are red flags when people do this, this, and this. Yet here everybody is talking shit about their partner on camera because they feel like they're empowered to do so in front of the camera. But suddenly when the camera goes off, it's a whole other story. Whether because it was just fake from the beginning, or because people don't want to tell their whole fucking story to the internet because their partner is being a fucked up asshole. I'm sitting here in a feather hat, drawing in my coloring book, telling you to grow up. Because that shit's fucked up. I don't want a relationship where my partner's constantly hounding me with a phone in my face, making me or her look like a clown for clout. It's wrong. It just is wrong. You're supposed to be doing these things for your partner for a good reason. You're supposed to be in a relationship, a loving relationship with your girlfriend or boyfriend for a good reason, not for internet points. To be like, oh yeah, this dude's fucked up, you should break up with him, and then be suffering and single again because you care more about what strangers on the internet have to say about your life than what you have to say about your life. This is why tarot readings are toxic too, because everybody believes in it so fervently that they shape their entire lives around what some random stranger on the internet has to say about their personal lives, as if they know every single detail, and then people buy into it without even questioning what it is they're even hearing, or what it is it's even about, or who it's about, until they're told what it's about, and it's like, oh, it all makes sense now. And this is how they keep you on the hook, by keeping things to themselves, keeping details on the line, on the edge, keeping you on the edge, waiting for more, waiting to find out who it's about, why, what the tea is. It's just drama. It's just fabricated drama. That's what's wrong with all of you. You keep turning your lives into a fucking joke. And then you're wondering why you're sad and unfulfilled in life because you're not building up anything productive or meaningful. You're busy destroying it, tearing it all down, and saying, this isn't what makes me happy, this is what's going to make me happy because these people told me. Y'all are all fucked up, relying on each other for your own selfish validation when nobody even, like, loves you. They don't love you. The internet doesn't love you. It's fake. It's phony. It is shallow. It's empty. It's empty words for clout. It's empty words for money. It's drama. And it destroys your peace. The moment you start valuing your peace and your happiness and your joy more is the moment you start looking at the internet as a source of stress. Because you're constantly worrying about validation, what people think of you, what people think of your comments, your videos. Do people like you? Do people think you're a horrible person? Are people on your side? Are people gonna scream at you or cancel you? It's toxic as fuck, dude. Y'all are all fucked up for that shit. And it needs to change. It's not, "Ooh, video games are the problem." No, you're the problem, and you need to fucking look at yourself as the problem, because the sooner that you do that, the sooner your life gets easier, because suddenly you're not trying to tear down your happiness for somebody else's validation, probably his dad's or his girlfriend's. Like, good job, son. You learned how to shoot a gun and chop wood. I'm so proud of you. Thanks, Daddy. Thanks for supporting me and my goal to give up video games. And that's childish. Of all things, of all the fucking things you can do in life, 26 years old, seeking validation from people on the internet. It doesn't even matter who, whether it's people in your family or friends or strangers on the internet. That shit is immature. Of all things, telling people what red flags are. Like, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Nobody needs you to discuss how much of a red flag playing video games is. And this is what people do without even realizing it. They get under your skin and tear down your happiness. People watch videos like that on the internet and say, "Oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. He has a mustache and a beard, a goatee. He's talking about red flags and Zoomer language, so he must know what he's talking about. I guess I'll listen to him and understand what he thinks about what is a red flag and not. Oh, I guess playing video games and enjoying my life is a red flag? Oh, I guess I'll stop enjoying my life and live in suffering. I'll tear down everything I've built up for myself, virtually or in reality. Whether, as long as I enjoy it, it's something that I'm not allowed to have, because being mature is just giving up everything that you enjoy." That's what fucking people bought into, by the way. That's what everybody bought into. They think that growing up is giving up the things that you enjoy in life. Sometimes it means that. Sometimes when you have kids or whatever, when you have a relationship, it means sacrificing things. But that doesn't mean giving up joy, giving up the things you enjoy doing. It doesn't mean giving up being happy. That's the part people get wrong. Like that girl in the video said, "I don't see anybody at the spa complaining about," or I forget how she worded it now, but that's what's wrong with everybody. It's this toxic red flag culture of, you have to give up the things that make you happy, and the reason why is because they're not happy, and they want to drag you down along with them in this suffering, complaining culture of, "Oh, my life sucks, my life is this and this and that, I have to go to work, blah, 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 blah. My life sucks." So you know what a red flag is in other people? Is if their life doesn't suck as much as mine, and they're smiling and happy and laughing and having a good time and enjoying their life. That's such a red flag that I don't even have the stomach to be around people like that, because I don't enjoy my life the way that they enjoy their life. So either I'm going to tear down their happiness with manipulation and gaslighting, or I'm going to kick them out of my life and put myself around more miserable people so that I can be more miserable around more miserable people until it's a toxic feeding cycle. of everybody just being miserable and unhappy with each other because everybody is unhappy with their own lives and nobody knows how to enjoy their life anymore because everybody bought into this lie that not enjoying your life is what maturity looks like, but in reality, maturity looks like enjoying your life, just enjoying what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. My friend used to tell me something when we were kids. You don't have to listen to him. It's your choice. And it sure fucking is. People need to stop believing everything they hear on the internet. Clinging to every single little thing that people say on the internet. Just give up that fucking bullshit. It's more of a red flag than any form of enjoyment you could be having. Throwing away your joy is probably more of a red flag than drinking alcohol. Probably just equally. It's probably equally as bad as just drinking alcohol. And it sucks, and everybody does it. I did it. I've done it again and again and again. You know what it's called? It's called self-sabotage. That's what that guy's going through. He's going through a phase of self-sabotage where he says, I can't enjoy video games, so I have to go suffer and do things that I don't really want to enjoy because because he didn't give a reason. He just said it's a red flag. I wonder what his reason would be. Why is he giving up his happiness? Why isn't he enjoying his life? Is it because his girlfriend hates that he plays video games? Well, then maybe he shouldn't have a girlfriend. Or he shouldn't be dating her if she doesn't support him enjoying his life. And then there's the possibility that he's not um, um, assertive enough. Assertive. What is that word? I forget. I forget the word. But we'll just say assertive for now. Where he's not assertive in his relationship, and he's letting her tell him what to do, and this and this and that, and she's not happy, blah, 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 bitch moan, blah, 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 because he can't set his boundaries and the way he wants to live his life, because he's worried that if he does, she'll leave him, so that's why he's giving up his joy, because he would rather suffer with a girlfriend than to be happy by himself in his head. It doesn't even mean she's going to leave him if he sets boundaries. It just means he's afraid to do anything about his life with the people that are in it. I have a girlfriend now. You know what she says to me? She says, "You're mine." She says, "You're mine and only mine, baby." And you know what it does? It makes me feel special. It makes me feel good inside. But you know what I do instead? I say, "You're mine." Because it's my life. And she's in my life. She's my girlfriend. So I tell her she's mine. Not just because she's my girlfriend, but because she is my girlfriend. I'm not hers. Not to the in the way of giving myself up for her. Giving up my life, my boundaries, my what is that word? I forget. I don't know. It'll come to me. Giving up my side of my life for her. So I tell her she's mine. She's my girlfriend. I remind her that every time, all day, every day. Not all day, but every day. And she says it too. She says I'm her boyfriend, and that's valid. I am her boyfriend. I'm a good boyfriend. She told me I'm a good boyfriend. But I'm not just her boyfriend, she's also my girlfriend. And this is a sort of balance and control men need in their lives. Because a lot of men, especially if they're desperate and lonely, will immediately give up the pedestal that they have in their lives for themselves for the woman, as if they both can't be on the pedestal. They say, or they give up. They fall. They fall to their knees for the girl. And they lose themselves. Trust me, I know. They lose themselves in the girl and how she treats him. And if it goes too far, she'll treat him like a fucking king and he'll just be a lazy bum. It's happened. Because he's lost himself. He lost control of his life. He's completely absorbed in what will make her happy without actually making her happy. You have to make her yours as well. Because it's your life too. You matter just as much as she does. Just as much. There is no debate. There is no, oh, well, if you buy me some Starbucks, then I'll give you some head. No, I'm going to enjoy my sexual pleasure with or without you. So if you want to give me head, that's cool. And then I'll buy you a coffee if you're nice. Or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm just making up something. But you get what I'm saying is your happiness matters with or without her. It doesn't matter if you have a girlfriend or not. Your happiness and your joy matter. And this is how you break free from that toxic dynamic of girls bitching and moaning that you're playing the video game. You set boundaries and you say, I'm going to play the video game. If she don't, and this is another thing too, that you have to realize, if your girlfriend or boyfriend is not in support of you being happy and enjoying your life, they're not on your side. Point blank, period, end of story. They're not on your side. It doesn't matter about the sacrifice or whatever. Yeah, there's dynamics where you have kids or bills or whatever. But generally speaking, if you want to go do something and you can do it, then you should. I'm not talking about cheating or anything like that. You be respectful and honorable and open and communicative and honest, but you also assert your boundaries and say, this is what's going to make me happy, this is what I'm going to do. And then you do it. That's what you need to do as a man, and probably as a woman too. I mean, I know I'm a man, so I'm speaking for men, but I assume women go through something similar, although different. So this is what I'm saying. Do whatever the fuck you want. Do what makes you happy. Do what you enjoy doing. Don't let strangers on the internet tell you what a red flag is. It doesn't even fucking matter. Just literally fuck them. Fuck that fucking person. They can go fuck themselves if they're not happy about me coloring in a coloring book. Because who gives a shit about one random dude on the internet? saying what a red flag is. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna color in a coloring book. I'm gonna play video games. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. And I'm not gonna let some piece of fucking shit 26-year-old douchebag tell me what a red flag is when he's probably struggling with his girlfriend more than I am. I have a great relationship with my girlfriend. I really do. And she plays video games too. So what the fuck? She's 27. And this is all about authenticity. Because damn it, what was I going to say? Everybody's on their own little path of growth. I am too. I'm very weird. But I'm right there along with everybody else in the path in their own unique path of growth. Some things come quicker, some things take longer. But we're all growing. Nothing stunts us. Even when we're playing video games, people who aren't happy and enjoying their lives play video games with this work mentality. Like, oh, I'm not doing enough in life. I feel bad for playing a video game. That's you building up a toxic mindset in your life instead of enjoying your life. Build up a life that you enjoy. And so this is how you come across people that are more in line with who you are in life. Sometimes it may be weird and interesting. Sometimes it may open your eyes as to who you are a little bit more. But that's if you stay in line with your authentic self and you attract people like you, red flags don't matter in terms of what you enjoy doing. All that matters is whether you actually connect with the person or not, who the person is, not like their version of joy. Like, who cares if they color in a coloring book and they shoot their favorite gun? It's all the same joy. Let me tell you what a green flag is, so that everybody has a reference. A green flag in a man, probably a woman, is a person who is focused on building up their life. It doesn't mean they're perfect, it doesn't mean they're instantly a good person, but it is a green flag. Is a person who is building up their life instead of tearing it down or trying to be something different or trying to prove themselves or tell other people what they need to do to enjoy their life and prove themselves and seek validation. That's what that guy was wanting. He was wanting validation. He was wanting to be validated for his version of existence because he wasn't confident enough to just decide on his own to shoot guns and chop wood. He had to make a tantrum on the internet about what red flags are in other men, which is a negative fucking perspective, by the way. It's one thing to be telling people what they should be doing or what they shouldn't be doing. It's another to be putting negative connotations over things that people do. Like, this person's fucked up for playing video games or drawing or coloring in a coloring book. Well, maybe you're fucked up for not knowing how to enjoy life. It's a red flag. But a green flag, for those positive thinkers out there, is somebody who builds up their life. Somebody who is creating, making things. Whether it's art, photography, music, anything really. Anybody that's creating something. That's a green flag in a person. because it shows you that they're willing to create a life with you in a relationship. It shows that they've created a relationship with themselves that they're willing to protect, defend, keep, stay in, be with, that they're not going to sacrifice it for somebody else's satisfaction or validation. Stop sabotaging your life for somebody else. Don't throw your life away because somebody made you believe that you're not good enough or worthy of enjoying your life the way that you see fit. When I worked at Village Inn, I had a boss. His name was Chris. And you know what he told me? I told him I collect Pokemon cards, and I still do. I started a new collection. The reason I started a new collection is because he told me that collecting Pokemon cards is immature. And I bought into it. You know what I did? I threw away every single Pokemon card I had. I just threw them away. Put them in a garbage bag, threw them in the trash can. I had a lot too. I had a lot of cool ones, a lot of nice ones. I had a decent collection. And I threw them all away. Is that what you want your life to look like? Throwing your life away because somebody on the internet told you to? Or do you want to build up your life? I have a new collection of Pokemon cards. A small collection. But a collection. I also have Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Enjoy your life. Anyway, see ya.